Okay, so now that we learned some basic terms and how the club works, if you remember, we want the club to rotate as we swing. So because we want the club to rotate, there's a certain way that we put our hands on there to make it easier, and that's just called the grip. One thing I do want to let you know or have you be aware of is that they do make these little molded grips called grip trainers, and you can get these online or probably at your local golf store. They're molded to put your fingers on so that you learn the grip a little bit faster. You just can't rely on these a whole lot, but it is actually pretty good to have like an old club or just an extra club and have one of these on, because if you don't play for a while, the grip is really the one thing that like is the hardest to get back. And I gotta warn you right now, you can't practice the grip enough. The grip is really important. It's your only connection with the club. So the club face has more to do with the direction of the ball than other stuff in the swing. So it's really important how your hands are on there. And in order to be consistent, you've got to have a consistent grip. So I'm going to show you with both of these, you know, how to take the grip. First thing you want to do is get the club face square. So square means the face is pointing towards the target. And basically the face is just going to be totally perpendicular to me. I don't want it turned this way and I don't want it turned that way before I take my grip. And if you look at these little upside down V's, they're pointing towards my right shoulder or my right ear. That's what's called a neutral grip. That's what we're going to learn today. In later videos I'll show you different grips, but this is the one that you want to learn. So I want my hands on here, and I'm going to form a little V, or that upside down V with these creases with my fingers and my thumb. So that's what I want to be pointing towards my right shoulder, just like these are. So if I was using the grip trainer, it makes it really easy. I can put my hands on there, and I've got both of those V's going in the same direction, and they're pointing up towards my right shoulder. Okay? So now let's do it with the regular club. So what I do is I get the club face square first, or perpendicular to me, and I just kind of balance it with my right hand, because I'm going to put my left hand on first. And I want to try and hold it more in these in this part of my hand right here. I don't want to hold it too much in my palms. I don't want to just grab it like this in my palm. I want to hold it more in my fingers. And I'm going to hold it more with these 3 fingers on my left hand, okay? So I'm going to get the club face square. And then I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to put it kind of where my palm meets my fingers. And then I'm just going to wrap my hand around. So my thumb is going to probably be on the right side of the handle or the grip. And then if I look, this little V or the crease that I made with my hand is pointing up towards my right shoulder. Okay? So that's what your left hand does. All your fingers are going to be together. You're going to be trying to hold it more with these 3 fingers than these 2, but you want all these fingers to be on. Okay, so now your right hand, you're going to definitely have these 2 middle fingers on the club, and I'm going to show you 3 different variations of the grip, of ways that you can put your right hand on there. But the important thing is that again, I want to try and hold it in my fingers right here. I don't want to get it in my palm, so I'm not just going to throw it on and grab it like this, okay? I'm going to put my left hand on first. Then I'm going to take the palm of my hand and I'm going to cover up my thumb. So I don't want my thumb dangling out here. I'm going to leave my thumb on, and then my right hand is going to come and cover up that thumb, okay? So when we teach kids, we just tell them it's a hot dog in a bun. This is a hot dog, this is the bun. Put the hot dog in the bun. Just try and remember that. And then I definitely want these 2 fingers on the club, these 2, okay? And then there's 3 different variations of what you can do. You can do what's called the overlap, or the Varden grip, which is where I overlap this pinky over my left hand. I can do what's called the interlock, where I'm interlocking my index finger and my pinky, okay? Or I can simply slide all my hand down and have all 10 fingers on, and that's called the 10-finger grip. Okay, the most important thing is that you find one that's comfortable, and I've done all 3 in my 30 years of playing, but I do this one now. It just seems easier for me to control the club face, but there's no right or wrong way. Whatever helps you swing the club the best is going to be the best way for you. So again, watch it again, and I'll show you really quick. You get the club face square first, perpendicular to you. Then I put my left hand on, and then I put my right hand on, and all I'm trying to do is make sure that these little V's, or those creases of both hands, are going in the same direction, and they're pointing up towards my right shoulder. So the hardest thing probably is your left hand, because a lot of people just want to put their hand on this way. Now that crease is pointing up towards my nose. That's not going to give me very much rotation to use when I swing the club. And remember, we want the club to be rotating. So if I turn my left hand over, or my top hand, now I've got this much to control the club with. So I'm going to have a lot more success in hitting the ball straight and doing the next drill that we're going to learn, toe up to toe up. So I'll be right back.